So, what is your expectation from this union budget?
Huge expectation, many expectations. I think primarily the most important thing that the new government has been able to do is announcement of two very important sort of missions. One is Digital India, which will help the entire country and every citizen get connected and use different government services uh, on probably their mobile phones and tablets and PCs. And one of the elements within Digital India is Make in India, which MAIT stands for. We are a manufacturers association for the IT sector, and we've always been advocating that it's very important to develop and manufacture within our country. Uh, we saw certain small corrections done in the last budget. That was a clear indication in terms of government's intent to bring about the right change to enable manufacturing in the country. If you see the current situation, there are several roadblocks in terms of manufacturing, and it has just happened over a course of time. It is nobody to be blamed that they did not do the right thing. Uh, the roadblocks are towards infrastructure, they are towards taxation, they are towards on ground difficulties in doing business, and of course, some earlier things in the past which happened where we have a different standing in the WTO. Government is doing a lot of things, and we have been engaging with them since the time that they have come now on creating or rather eliminating two major hurdles. One is from the infrastructure side, and one is from the taxation side. Uh, in the last budget, the special additional duty, which actually creates the inverted duty structure, was eliminated in a couple of products. This time, we are expecting them to eliminate it all across the entire value chain of electronics, and that would trigger. That would rather help the components to become cheaper in the country. So, if the components can be cheaper, you can start manufacturing here. The current situation is that the finished product is cheaper than the components. So that we are very getting clear indications in terms of that is being corrected. Uh, and there are a lot of other issues, especially the whole announcement and the on improving the ranking for ease of doing business. And the PM himself is kind of following it up and ensuring that it is being done. So we feel that now the stage is set, and things are now happening on ground in terms of these corrections. What we've also seen is a lot of companies are now showing interest, and they have started coming on the ground and analyzing the current situation in terms of how they can start manufacturing. So it's a very positive change.
IT being an integral part of all other sectors, and IT being the enabler of digital India right now.
Yeah. If an electronics manufacturing has to set up, it will take a few years for it to set up. It's a very complex system. The supply chain of the world is set. It's not manufacturing a product at one place. If a phone or a PC or a tablet has to be manufactured, it actually goes through different factories in different locations in the world, and finally a product comes out. So it will take some time for on-ground manufacturing to start. What is important is that do we have all the enablers in place? And I think I now really see that a lot of enablers are being put in place.
All right. What about taxation? Anything you would like to add? Any expectation? Any new reforms?
Well, we would have loved to have GST rolled out immediately, but I believe there is still a year to go for that. That would standardize the taxation across the country. Today, a lot of difficulties are transfer of goods between two states. VAT rates are different, and CST, when it is being applied from interstate transfers, that becomes an impediment. So if I'm manufacturing at one location in the country and I have to transfer the goods to another location, there's a cost to it, including CST. Whereas it does not happen in import. I can import anywhere in the country. So I think GST would definitely make a hell lot of a difference as far as IT is concerned.
Do you think this budget, the job market would be a good one? Will it be able to boost the job market?
Uh, well,
Because with
as far
regards
as
to all the hype which is happening, so they are
well,
saying jobs
well,
will be there.
yeah, yes, some change would be there. What numbers? We are not very sure right now. But as far as our sector is concerned, IT sector is concerned, and manufacturing specifically is concerned, if the factories start operating at their full capacities, there are a lot of jobs that will be added, and we believe that would happen in at least the second half of the new fiscal.
Right. Anything else you would like to add?
Well, we are hoping for the best. I feel that today we are, as an industry, as the IT industry, hardware industry, we are standing at a place where software was 15, 20 years back. And this is a sunrise industry, and I very clearly see that it has the potential to be bigger and larger than the software industry. So, very hopeful, and having a stable government will definitely have a big impact on it.
All right. Just one, another added question. We had recently Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad said that he is looking forward for PPP, public-private partnership. So, what is your take on it? What's the extent of MAIT's involvement?
So, well, the very basic thing which is required is there a clear policy available in terms of how the PPP would be done, especially if we have to pick up smart cities. And 100 smart cities are being were announced last year. But how would the implementation of the smart cities happen? Who's going to pay for the products and the services which are finally going to go into that city? That model we feel is still not there. And yes, of course, as an industry body, we are engaging with the government in terms of how best that can be set up. But I think it's a dual role. The government has to put a lot of effort, and industry also has to put an effort into that. It will evolve.
It will take time, though.
It'll take time.
Right.
Yes.
And do you think it is really a possibility, homes for all, just 8 years from now, 2022, as they're expecting to say?
Well, we all hope, and we all live on hope, and we should always have faith in the good things that are being said.
Right.
So, if the PM is pushing, and the kind of a man he is, he can make it happen.